U.S. investigators have been scanning social media and other sources for claims of responsibility, but so far we're told there are no signs of boasting. Elaine?
Jeff, if this was an act of terror, what terrorist groups have the capability to pull something like this off?
Well, as we discussed and touched on in that piece, it's ISIS at this stage in history, also Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. Ibrahim al-Asiri is the master bomb maker that officials have been after for some time, and he has been able to create, for example, the printer bombs. And so there are several groups right now that have somehow gotten the know-how to create these types of devices.
Jeff, the White House has said that it knows of extremists' desire to carry out attacks targeting the international aviation system. What security measures are in place at foreign airports to protect international flights heading to the U.S.?
Well, it's really been a focus of the Department of Homeland Security is making sure that airports across the globe, really though primarily in Europe and the Middle East, DHS has been trying to step up and help step up security at these airports, and that means enhanced security, additional screening of baggage, additional screening of electronics. In some airports, they have screening closer to gates, things like that. So there has been an effort over the last couple of years, really, to step up security at key airports across the world.
France, as you know, has been on high alert. If this was an act of terror, how concerning would that be?
Well, there is a lot of concern that this was some sort of catastrophic event that may have been caused by an explosive. So there is a lot of concern in the law enforcement community that that's what happened here. But still, we're talking to intel officials as well as law enforcement officials who are sort of cautioning everyone not to go too fast and not to jump to conclusions just yet. Keep in mind, there is, of course, the flight data recorder, the cockpit voice recorder. Those devices, once found, will shed light on what happened 37,000 feet up.
Jeff, do we know what kind of heightened security measures have been put into place in France, particularly after the attacks in Paris and in Brussels, or is that information being kept very close to the vest, I would imagine?
Well, there was a reassessment of security in France after the Paris attacks. So there were changes at airports there after those attacks. But of course, Brussels added another layer of concern. Keep in mind, when that attack occurred, it happened in the entryway to the airport, so before you get to the security checkpoint. So that was another factor that is now being put into thought in terms of how do you adjust airport security, not just in Europe, but across the globe. And so this is a threat situation that continues to evolve. Once again, we don't know exactly what caused this plane to crash, but we know that there is this cat and mouse game, if you will, between the terrorists and law enforcement, and the dynamics continue to change.
All right, Jeff Pegues in Washington for us. Jeff, thank you.